Hi everybody. In yesterday's class, some students asked a doubt. The question is, can coterminal vectors form angles? Can coterminal vectors form angles? Let me explain this. If the vectors are coterminal and angle can be calculated by redrawing them as a co-initial. That means when the vectors are co-initial, then only we can calculate the angle. If it is not given as co-initial, we should redraw them as a co-initial vectors. See here, consider two vectors a bar and b bar. To calculate the angle between them, we should draw them as co-initial first. Okay, so here you can move vector A or vector B. That is your wish. You can move either vector A or vector B to make them as co-initial. Here I move vector B. Remember, you can move a vector within the same plane without changing its magnitude and direction. Okay, it is very important. Once again, you can move a vector within the same plane without changing its magnitude and direction. Now, the angle between vector A bar and B bar is theta 1. Understood? Very good. In this way, you can measure angle between the vectors. Consider example. Here, what is the angle between vector C bar and D bar? Yes, the answer is 20 degrees. How, sir? Let us see that. We need to redraw these vectors again. I move vector D so that they become a co-initial vectors. Now what is the angle between them? Very good, 20 degrees. Okay, I think you got the concept. Next concept is resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector. So resolution of a vector is nothing but the process in which one vector is broken or divided into two smaller vectors. What we are doing here? We are dividing a vector into two smaller vectors. So this concept is known as resolution of a vector. This is a very important one. So now, why should we resolve a vector, sir? What is the need? Let us imagine one situation. You might have seen a girl pulling a trolley suitcase. Have you seen? Right. When she is pulling it, you observe carefully in which direction she is applying force and in which direction the suitcase is moving. Are they same in direction? No. The girl is applying force on the suitcase at an angle theta to the direction of motion of the suitcase. Yes or no? We know one thing. To move an object, we need some force. Yes or no? As the suitcase is moving in the horizontal direction, that means the force is acting in the horizontal direction also. Here we should understand one thing. The force applied by the girl is acting along the horizontal direction also. So, some part of the force applied by the girl is acting on the suitcase in the horizontal direction. So, how to calculate the force acting on the suitcase along horizontally? For this reason, we should resolve it into two components. We should resolve the force vector. Okay, right. Then how to resolve it into horizontally and vertically? Let us see. Consider a vector f. Consider a vector f. This is not horizontal and this is not vertical. It makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Let us suppose draw a coordinate system by taking the tail of the vector as the origin. Then the angle made by the vector with the x-axis is theta. Then I want to know what is the part of the vector along horizontal direction, means x-axis, and part of the vector along y-axis. Right. For this we need to resolve it. So for this we need a simple mathematical knowledge. A simple mathematical knowledge. What is that? First, the vector has a length on x-axis. Let me take as fx, and on y-axis its length is fy. On x-axis it has a magnitude fx, and on y-axis it has a magnitude fy. Okay, now let us see here. There is a right angle triangle. There is a right angle triangle ABC. From this right angle triangle I want to calculate fx value. So how to calculate fx value? Here I use trigonometric ratios. So from the triangle ABC, cos theta can be written as fx by f. Fx by f. What is f? F is the magnitude of the vector. What is f? F is the magnitude of the vector force. Okay, then from this fx is equal to f cos theta. Here fx is the part of the force f acting along the x direction. Understood? Now what about the part of the force acting in the y direction? The part of the force acting along the y direction. So that is calculated by the triangle ABC. Sin theta is equal to, what is that? Sin theta is equal to fy by f. Okay, from this fy is equal to f sin theta. So this is the part of the force acting along the y axis. Understood? So in this way the force F is divided into two smaller vectors. One is along x axis, another one is along y axis. Here fx and fy are the magnitudes of the vectors. Okay, in vector form how can I write this? Fx and fy I want to write in vector form. That is fxi plus fyj is equal to the force vector. That means f is equal to f cos theta into I cap plus f into sin theta into j cap. Okay, this is the vector form of force vector. Understood? Very good. Here fx equal to f cos theta is called as horizontal component of the vector. Remember this. What is the horizontal component of the vector f? Fx equal to f cos theta. Similarly, fy is equal to f sin theta is known as vertical component of the vector. Vertical component of the vector. Okay. Now let us see an example. A force of 10 Newton acts on an object at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. At an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. Now I want to calculate what is its horizontal component and vertical component. Okay. First what should we draw? We should draw a coordinate system by taking the tail of the vector as the origin. Right, Nana? Now it is given that the vector makes an angle 30 degrees with the horizontal. We have taken horizontal as the x-axis. Then what is the horizontal component of the vector? That is fx equal to f cos theta. That is f value how much? What is the magnitude of the vector? 10 into cos 30 is equal to 10 into, what is cos 30 value? Root 3 by 2. That is, if you simplify that, you will be getting 5 root 3 Newton. This is the magnitude of the vector acting along the horizontal direction. Now see, the magnitude of the vector is 10 Newton. But how much is acting along the horizontal? Only 5 root 3 Newton. Not completely acting along the horizontal direction. What about the vertical component? Let us see. Here Fy is equal to f sin theta. That is 10 into sin 30 degrees. That is 10 into sin 30 value is 1 by 2. Therefore that is 5 newtons. What is the force along y-axis? 5 newtons. Okay. And this way we can calculate what is the horizontal and vertical components of a given vector. How to write the force F in vector form? It can be written as F bar is equal to 5 root 3 I cap plus 5 j cap. This is the vector form of the vector. Okay na? So along the x-axis it is 5 root 3 and along the y-axis it is 5. Right? Now let us see another example. Now a force of 5 Newton is acting on a body along vertical direction. Along vertical direction. Right. Here you no need to resolve it into components because the force is acting along the vertical direction. Then what is Fy? Fy is simply 5n. Okay. Then what about Fx? Horizontal direction is how much? 0. Because now the total force is acting along the y direction. Therefore, in the horizontal direction, the magnitude of the force is 0. Means no force is acting along the horizontal direction. Okay. So its horizontal component is 0. Okay. Now, what if a force of 6 Newton acts on an object in the horizontal direction? Okay. In this case, Fx is 6 Newton and what is its vertical component? It is 0 because total force is acting along the horizontal direction only. There is no force in the vertical direction. Understood? Very good. Next let us see. If the vector makes an angle theta with the y-axis, then which is taken as a horizontal component and which is taken as a vertical component? In this case, y-axis is the horizontal component and x-axis is the vertical component. Simple. Okay. Here you observe with which direction the vectors make angle, that is taken as the horizontal component and the other component is vertical component. Here you can write the horizontal component is Fy is equal to f cos theta and vertical component is Fx, that is f sin theta. This can be written in another manner also. How? Now see, what is the angle made by the vector with x-axis? It is 90 minus theta. What is that? 90 minus theta. So then you can write that as Fx is equal to f cos of 90 minus theta and Fy is equal to f sin of 90 minus theta also. Both gives the same value. Okay. In this way one can resolve the vectors into horizontal and vertical components. So these are the today's concepts. Let us meet in the next video. In the description of the video I uploaded a worksheet. So after watching this video, for your practice I have given that worksheet. Download the worksheet from the description and practice it. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Give a like to the video and share it to some others. By that, someone will get benefited. Thank you very much.